Today we are going to learn Chapter 5, the fundamental unit of life. Okay, so let's begin with. In this chapter, we had learned first the cell history, that is history of the cell, that who had discovered first time the cell, that is Robert Hooke. Then we had seen so many scientists which are part of the history of the cell. And now we are learning cell organelles. Organelles means little organs. The organs present inside the cell are called as cell organelles. We have to already learn about them. Also we had learned, as we are learning eukaryotic cell, in eukaryotic cell, the first is plasma membrane. If we are going to draw a eukaryotic cell, very first we are going to draw its outer membrane. Already we had learned about the plasma membrane. That plasma membrane is like a protective wall which allows the material to enter and exit from the cell. After completing the plasma membrane, second we had seen the nucleus, which is also known as control center of the cell. We had learned the functions of the nucleus in our previous video, that nucleus is very important organelle of the cell. After the nucleus, the main important organelle, we learn about the endoplasmic reticulum, which is also known as highway system of the cell because it helps in transportation of materials from nucleus to different parts of the cell. The endoplasmic reticulum is also a major organelle of the cell. As we had already learned that there are two types of endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulum and smooth endoplasmic reticulum. We can see that rough endoplasmic reticulum have ribosomes present on it. So it is called as RER, and as smooth endoplasmic reticulum does not have ribosomes, it is called smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Remaining part, already we had discussed the base in which remaining cell organelles are embedded, it is called as cytoplasm. Cytoplasm. Now today we are going to learn about the very important cell organelle. It is mitochondria. Today we will learn in this video about the mitochondria. So let's start with mitochondria. So very first question, if somebody asks you that what is mitochondria, the very first question comes while learning mitochondria is, what is mitochondria? So if the statement comes, what is mitochondria, the statement is actually totally wrong, because mitochondria is a plural form of mitochondrion. It is a plural form of mitochondrion. Now, from where does this word comes, mitochondrion? It is a Greek word. Mito means thread and chondrion means granules. Thread-like granules present in the mitochondria, so it names after it mitochondrion, and the plural form of mitochondrion is called as mitochondria. Now, generally, mitochondria is known as powerhouse of the cell. Mitochondria is commonly known as powerhouse of the cell. It is called as powerhouse of the cell because it produces usable form of energy in the form of ATP. Okay, as already we had discussed that cell is like a factory. So, as factory has different units, different departments for the production, the very first thing is outer membrane that already we had learned, a protective wall around the factory. You can see here that this is like a protective wall which is like our plasma membrane. Protective wall is like our plasma membrane. Now, as different units are there, production units are there, a control center is also present from where all these things should be controlled, and that control center should be our nucleus. Now, one thing is important over here, that to run the company we need some power supply. So from where we get that power supply, some powerhouse should be there. So that powerhouse is same like here in our cell is mitochondria. The mitochondria is working as the powerhouse of the cell. It gives energy to remaining cell organelles. So as we discussed that it is called as powerhouse of the cell because it produces usable form of energy in the form of ATP. Because it produces usable form of energy in the form of ATP. Now, what is ATP? That we will discuss afterwards in detail. That is adenosine triphosphate. But now here we discuss about the word usable. What does the meaning of this usable means? For example, if somebody asks us that from where we get our food, normally if somebody asks us, then we will give the answer that we get the food from, we get the energy from the food. So that food might be cereals, it might be pulses, or it might be fruits. So the energy we get from cereals, pulses, fruits, which is commonly called as food, it is not usable form. It is not usable form, but the organelle present in our cell convert this energy into usable form, and that cell organelle is called as mitochondria. That cell organelle is called as mitochondria. Okay, now we will discuss about the ATP. What is ATP? The full form of ATP is adenosine triphosphate. Adenosine triphosphate. It is a structure in which 3 phosphate groups are attached, hence with adenosine, and that is why it is called as adenosine triphosphate. Tri means 3. Now, what is this ATP? ATP is called as energy currency of the cell. It is called as energy currency of the cell. Now Now, what is this energy currency? Normally, if we are going to a market for buy or purchase something, what we are giving? We are giving money. So, money is over here in our cell is like a ATP, which gives the energy for completing all the cellular activities. Now, moving to the structure of mitochondria. That mitochondria, elements of mitochondria, that what is present inside the mitochondria, that we will learn. It is bounded double membrane layers. Very first thing, it means that mitochondria has two layers. It is double membrane bounded organelle, means it has double membranes, means it has two layers. So let's take a look into the structure of the mitochondria. The very first membrane, that is called as outer membrane. The first is called as outer membrane of the mitochondria. Outer membrane. Now, this outer membrane is porous. Porous means it has small pores. Now, what is the function of these pores? Why the pores are there? Because this pores allows the material to enter and exit from the mitochondria. The pores are present on the outer membrane, which allows the material to enter and exit from the mitochondria like the plasma membrane does. Now, if we look into the inner structure or inner part, that is quite interesting. If you look into the inner structure, see, this is the inner membrane. Okay, this part is called as inner membrane. The first one is outer layer or outer membrane. Second is inner layer or inner membrane. Now you can say that this inner membrane has several folds. It is folding, it is folded into finger-like projections, into finger-like structures. You can see here in the image. These finger-like structures are called as cristae. They are called as cristae. This term already we had learned in endoplasmic reticulum. Now, what is the function of this cristae, or what is the importance of this cristae, or why the foldings are there? Because these foldings provide larger surface area. Larger surface area for what? Larger surface area for ATP generation. It means that if the larger surface area is there, more amount of ATP production is there. Larger surface area means more amount of ATP production, means more energy production by the mitochondria. So we had seen in the structure outer layer, which is porous, which allows the material to enter and exit from the mitochondria. The second is inner membrane or inner layer, which is folded, which have several folds, which is called as cristae. It provides larger surface area. If the mitochondria has larger surface area, it gives more ATP production. Now we will look into the third part, the inner part. Which I then colored by blue. This is called as inner matrix. The third element of the mitochondria is called as inner matrix. Now, what is the importance of inner matrix? Inner matrix has necessary enzymes. Enzymes are the chemical substances. Inner matrix has necessary enzymes which are responsible for ATP production. as we know that the function of mitochondria is to production of ATP, so as it has the particular enzymes which are producing ATP. So third is inner matrix. Okay. Now the very important thing over here about mitochondria is mitochondria has its own DNA. Yes, you heard me right. That is deoxyribonucleic acid and ribosomes. Mitochondria has its own DNA and ribosomes. What is the function of DNA? Recall it fast that DNA, the function of DNA is to replicate, to multiplicate means to making different copies, and the function of ribosome is synthesizing protein. So as mitochondria has its own DNA and ribosome like nucleus, therefore it is able to produce its own protein by using the ribosomes and make its copies with itself. You can see in the figure that mitochondria make its copies with itself. Generally this function is of nucleus, but mitochondria having its own DNA, so it can making copies with itself. So this is very important point that mitochondria has its own DNA and ribosomes. By using it, it replicate and making also some of the proteins. Now numbers of mitochondria means how many mitochondria are present in one cell. So the number of mitochondria is actually varying by the function of the cell, that which kind of function the cell is doing. On the basis of that, the number of mitochondria is varies in particular cell. It means, for example, if the cell needs more amount of energy, that particular cell has more number of mitochondria. If the cell need more amount of energy, the cell has more number of mitochondria. For example, muscle cells. For example, muscle cells. As with the help of muscles, we have to do so many things, writing, lifting, so many things we have to do. Means it requires lot of energy to complete the task. So as energy requirement is more, therefore in muscle cells, mitochondria is more in number to complete the production of ATP, whereas the cells like mature RBC, that is red blood cells or red blood corpuscles, has only the function to move into the bloodstream. RBC has to only move into the bloodstream and supply the oxygen. That is why they does not contain mitochondria. Mature RBC does not contain mitochondria. So the number of mitochondria is varies from cell to cell on the basis of the function of the cell.